Hello, everybody. This is the Earful Tower podcast. My name is Oliver G. Across from me, Lina Norden G, my wife. How you doing?
I'm feeling great.
Well, I hope you're feeling great because the competition
I'm ready.
is on.
It is.
We've, for everybody listening or watching at home, we've got an email from a certain Will Easton asking for help on travel itinerary. And the idea is I'm going to give my itinerary ideas, you're going to give yours.
Mm-hmm.
People at home are going to vote on them, and hopefully everyone can get some tips for things to do in Paris. What do you think?
I think it's perfect.
Well, let's get into the episode. This is the Earful Tower. My name is Oliver G, and here comes some music from Press Maxim. Okay, so Lena,
Oliver.
we've got this email. I'm going to read it out for everybody, for you, for me, for everybody. Hi, Oliver. I have a layover in Paris in October, and I'm wondering what the right plan is to use my time wisely. It's a Saturday. I land just before 8 a.m., and my next flight is just before 10 p.m. That gives a total of 14 hours to leave the airport and get back! Exclamation. Could be important if you want.
Okay.
You're thinking about his character.
Okay.
I appreciate your advice as I've never been to Paris before. Thank you! Exclamation.
Presumptuous.
Will Easton. Now, for full disclosure, usually I get emails like this. I might send something quite brief in response, linking to some work I've done before, suggesting.
Sure, you're a busy man.
Yeah, suggesting do a walking tour.
Fair enough.
This time we're taking it to the next level. I'm going to recommend things to do, but first I want to know what you think about this Will Easton and what your angle is going to be.
Okay, Will. Will is a young man's name. Do you
Okay.
think? I think. Young man's name. He is a busy man, a businessman.
Yep.
Perhaps. Landing at CDG.
Yep.
Yeah. Coming in for a layover. I feel like he is coming in to collect stories.
Okay.
Yeah. He could have easily got a straight flight to wherever he's going. He might even just be here for the weekend.
Okay, you think, okay.
Literally, just to pick up some croissants for his lady love.
Okay, wow, you got a lot from those
Maybe.
words.
I'm just you know.
I'm
where he's going
the itinerary I've written is based on him being young as well. And I get the feeling he's a student. I think he's budget conscious, and I don't know, I think his time is valuable to him. I think he's intelligent. The way that
reached out to you.
He's resourceful. How many people have a layover in a city and then reach out to a podcast for tips? This guy's resourceful.
Yeah.
I think because he's a student, obviously, he's looking to save some money. So I've written an itinerary that keeps that in mind.
Okay.
Shall I present my itinerary to you?
Be my guest.
As a reminder, 8 a.m. till 10 p.m. As for your itinerary, I will be picking it to bits because this is a competition. I don't know what the stakes are. If we do more of these, we'll
Maybe
figure
a
out the
stake.
stakes. A stake.
Literally.
And then the Patreon members are going to vote on whose is the best.
Okay.
So they'll listen to this before it goes public.
All right.
Are you ready for what I've come up with?
Yes.
Okay, so he lands at 8 a.m. Realistically, out of there by 9. You never know with Charles de Gaulle. Saturday could be horrible. So let's be realistic here. First thing I've got him doing is sitting in a taxi. Well, a note on the taxis, by the way. When you don't bother with Ubers, take the taxi. It's a standard fare from both of the airports, and there's so many scams there at the airport. People trying to offer you taxi rides. Follow the big feet. There's feet on the road, on the path.
Yeah, literal. It says taxi in big letters and the sign.
You can't get it wrong.
Yeah.
Follow the feet. Line up for the taxi, and then don't take the train. Your time, everyone's time is valuable, especially on a layover, and you want to take it to the Ile Saint-Louis. Now I've got it written here, the fixed rate for a taxi fare to anywhere in the right bank, 56 euros, anywhere in the left bank, 65. Ile Saint-Louis is an island between the two banks. If anyone heard that noise in the background.
It's a 4-month-old baby.
Yeah.
She's
our executive producer. So I don't know what the island is, so I say get off, where the Peloton Cafe is.
Okay, right side of the island.
Yeah. You saved $10 already.
Yeah, right.
Right?
Or maybe it's like international water. Maybe it's like special fee.
Yeah, you get out in the taxi.
Yeah, maybe the taxi pays you.
You never know. But it goes straight to the restaurant cafe called Saint Regis,
classic.
and have breakfast.
Okay.
So Will, I want you to go straight there. It's friendly to foreigners. but feels like a local cafe. It is a local cafe. People on the island go there, have a breakfast, go traditional, get a croissant, get an espresso, get an omelette, whatever. Watch the city wake up with Notre Dame over there in the background. Now, I'm going to sort of just fly through this list because we,
Oh, we're busy.
Okay.
Will's busy.
Will's busy, but we've got to get through yours too. Then you've got...
okay, you're full. You've had your breakfast.
Yeah, yep. And by this point, it's like 10, 11 in the morning. You want to walk over to Notre Dame, right there, cross over to the other island. Just take it in. In October, you're getting ready for it to be open. This is a historic time to see the Notre Dame.
Yeah, Will, you should have timed it a little better.
Yeah, come in December when it's
December.
reopened. I think seeing Notre Dame be rebuilt is so cool because it's been that way for centuries.
Yeah,
It's
good
been,
point.
So this is historic.
Yeah.
People who are like, oh,
I
it was
take it
under
back, Will.
construction.
Great time.
Cross the river again, so you're getting your river in here. Shakespeare and Company, not for a book.
Maybe.
There'll be no. There'll be a queue. Forget the book. Have a coffee. Nice spot for a good coffee. If there's no line, go in and get a children's book.
I mean, if you do want a book, you absolutely have to get a book.
Otherwise, your time is valuable. Tick it off. Shakespeare Co. Cafe, cookie. Walk up to the Pantheon.
Yeah.
You've got to.
Okay. That's a bit of a hike.
I know this was the part of my list I wasn't so sure
Is
about.
Will fit?
He's young. I feel like he's a med student. I think he's.
He's got to get his steps in.
I don't know why I feel like he's
Okay,
young
it's
as well.
Yeah, I like
But
it.
even if you're not, it's not that much of a hike. Up to Pantheon.
Is he wearing sneakers?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Optional to go in.
Yeah.
If you do, skip the line, 17 euros or whatever it is. Totally worth it. Otherwise, just see it from outside. Turn around, walk the short walk down to the Luxembourg Gardens. I chose this route specifically because I wanted him to see the Eiffel Tower, and that's a really nice view of it.
Is that his taste of the Eiffel?
That's it. It doesn't get better than that.
Right.
You know what, Will? When you get back, for me, I get the feeling that he booked a flight that was really cheap, right? Like 150 euros return from New York.
Okay.
And the dates were ridiculous. He was like, I don't want to stay in a hotel. I'm just doing a 14-hour layover in the day, so he doesn't have to stay in a hotel,
Sure.
And I thought he's going to go back to his med school. And they're going to be like, they're not going to say, did you see the Eiffel Tower? They're not going to say, did you climb the Eiffel Tower? You think?
They want to see photos.
So yours is going to have the Eiffel Tower in it.
photos.
I think go down to Luxembourg Garden and just find a bench, sit there, watch Saturday. It might be a nice bright day in there. Just watch Saturday Paris on one of those iconic green benches. Everybody knows what I'm talking about. That's a nice way to spend the rest of the morning. From
Relaxing.
there, what do you think so far?
I like it.
Yep.
Yeah, I'll happily walk in Will's shoes.
From there, I've got him on a bike to get down to the Marais. I personally would rent one of those Uber bikes, and it would cost 2 or 3 euros. Otherwise, you can walk, but you're going to be doing a lot of walking. It's going to be a busy day. And I would spend as much time as I could in the Marais, but what I've written for him is I've said, go to the Hôtel de Sully, the Hotel de Sully.
Yeah.
Just such a brilliant, aristocratic mansion that's, the courtyard is open to the public. Go through the garden at the back. Anyone who's been on my Marais walking tour, I call this the most beautiful shortcut in Europe. You go through that beautiful garden into the Place des Vosges, the beautiful park, which is such a weird sight in Paris. I think about this sometimes. If you ask 100 tourists what the top 20 things they want to see is, they'll never say Place des Vosges.
No, but it's so good.
It's so good.
I mean, it is that good. It really should be on the list, on the short list, but it's not really. It has a lot of competition.
True.
Yeah.
But anyway, get in there, and then I figured he needs a taste of lunch and culture. So walk via Miznon to get a falafel, Israeli-French falafel joint.
Yeah.
It's going to cost you 15 euros maybe.
With a drink.
Don't get the drink. Don't worry about the drink. And
it's
then
hard to find public toilets.
Then eat in there if you want, or there's a little secret park around the corner on Rue de Rosier. This will all be written down, by the way, on the website Substack.
This feels very close to what you and I actually do in our daily life.
That's why I figured he asked what I would do, or what I think.
Yeah, this is it. Truthful.
Well, this is where you and I are going to differ, because his taste of culture is going to come from the Musée des Archives, the National Archives, which is a gem, a free museum. If you've seen if you've seen Fallout Mission Impossible, where Tom Cruise, that's Baddie's headquarters.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
plutonium deals
Yeah.
going down in there, which is such a good place. Make sure you go upstairs if it's open, but go just for the rooms. Forget the archives. It's beautiful. And then we're in the afternoon now, so to round it up, right by the archives is a bus, the number 29. And if you get on the bus, it's a really cool bus route because it goes past the opera. So
Okay, that's
smart.
Nice. Yeah.
I think buses are underrated for tourists in Paris.
Yeah, especially if you have a stroller.
I don't know if Will has a stroller.
I don't think he has a stroller.
But it's
I'm
true.
just saying,
It's
if you
true.
have a stroller.
But the metro is
No,
yeah.
I feel like we've rediscovered buses lately with our strollers.
Yeah.
It's so good.
But also
just nice.
The metro is efficient, but you don't see anything.
Yeah.
And the bus, you see everything.
That's great.
So you take the 29, switch to the bus 95, go to Montmartre. A note on the buses, you can buy them on your phone, the tickets now. €2, $2.50, something like that. You just text, write this down. You just text bus and then the number of your bus. So you text
no space.
BUS29, and then you text it to 93100. 93100. It sounds like an ad.
It does.
It's not, but it's one of the, like, Paris is doing things.
Yeah.
Maybe it was from the Olympics, you know?
That's so good.
Then you get up to Montmartre. I think he needs a drink. So go up to the Terrace Hotel, which we've talked about before. They've got this incredible view of the city. Have a cocktail, splash out. It's going to be €15 or something. And then walk along Rue des Abbesses, my favorite street, and up to the Moulin de la Galette, a restaurant that's not going to win any Michelin stars.
But it's historic.
I think it is.
Yeah.
I think it got the Michelin Guide nod. But it's, it's historic, the 400-year-old windmill.
You don't really go there for the food. I mean, it's good enough.
No, it's got like menus with Edith Piaf lyrics on it, but it's fun. You're gonna enjoy it, Will. And then taxi from there. I don't know what time. I've lost track of the time, but you want to get at least 2 hours early. Oh, by the way, leave your bags at the airport.
Can you?
I hope so.
You better.
He's not bringing bags.
No.
But don't bring them with you.
Yeah, he's got a backpack.
He's got a backpack, a light one, packed light.
He's got one of these Herschel's, really light backpacks.
Hey, you talking about your will or my will here?
Yours.
Okay, so
Mine doesn't have a backpack.
the total for everything is about €150, which I think is a great deal. Up to 200.
Good layover.
200 if you buy a few things here and there. Excellent memories, lots of ticking off the great things, and a happy customer. Now I want to hear what you've got.
Okay.
I've written it down. I've got it for you here.
Let's turn this up a notch, shall we?
Okay.
My will. My will is landing at Charles de Gaulle, as we all know. And I take that as he's a man of the world. He's a busy man, a businessman.
Well, because he didn't choose Orly.
Yes, because Orly, which I happen to go from, is like, you get down and dirty.
Yeah.
It's a quick, kind of a dirty burger kind of feel.
Yeah.
Charles de Gaulle is the 3-course meal. So yeah, I feel like he's chic.
Yeah.
He's chic. He's wearing loafers.
Okay.
Loafers.
This guy's not on a budget, I feel.
No, and also he's not on a budget.
Okay.
No, not really. He's not worried about that.
Okay.
Yeah, he's got a tweed blazer, some dark wash denim jeans, loafers, rusty orange colored socks.
Okay,
matching the autumn vibe. He has no time to wait, so he's obviously also taking a taxi straight from the airport. Follow the little footsteps, but he's going straight to Place de Vosges.
You also include Place de Vosges.
Yeah, so we're starting in the Marais, but we are going for one of the classic hot chocolates with whipped cream at Carrette. The restaurant. Yep,
north side of Place de Vosges, featured in, I think, Emily in Paris.
Probably featuring in a lot of places or shows. He's also having a croissant, obviously.
Personally, do you think that's overrated, that place?
It depends what you want. Like, if you're, I don't know. I think it's good for energy.
Okay.
There's a lot of energy in that hot chocolate.
Yep.
It's a good start. You get a bit of people watching. You see the sun rise over Place de Vosges. Yeah, I don't know. Was it north, south, west, east?
Yeah.
Whatever. Then he's having a little walk around the Marais. He is walking the small streets. He's looking into galleries. He is flaneuring.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sounds hungry, this guy. Did he have breakfast?
He had a croissant.
Okay.
And have you had one of those hot chocolates? The whipped cream, you just lather it on.
Yeah.
He's popping into the Chasse et Nature. Consider a chasse nature or something like that.
Okay.
Yeah, or if he feels
the hunting museum with stuffed animals.
Yeah, or if he's if he's not into stuffed animals, we also have the carnival.
You can't be giving two choices.
I can.
No.
I can.
Okay.
Okay.
This one time I'll allow it. Otherwise, you're just gonna recommend two choices the whole way.
The carnival.
Oh, you're gonna go with carnival.
I feel no. You know what? I'm sticking with the chasse because I feel like he enjoys his hunting trips on the weekend in Maine.
Yeah.
Okay, so he's not a stranger to a stuffed animal.
Right.
Okay. And then he is gonna walk from there, take the nice little charming streets. He is walking towards the Peloton Cafe for his flat white because he needs his coffee. Why there? Because they make you feel like a local, and it's really nice, and you feel like you belong. And even though you've never been, they're just great.
We might even be there Saturday morning.
Yeah, exactly. Come and say hi, Will.
Imagine if that happens. That would be so funny.
That would be amazing.
Wow.
Should we join him for the rest of his
Will
day?
has to get in touch to tell us what he does.
I need some pictures.
Yeah.
I want to see a picture of Will.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so Peloton, flat white. Okay.
And by now I feel like we are 10:30, 11 maybe. 11?
Sure.
Yeah. We're going to pop over to Il Saint-Louis. So we have kind of similar itineraries. It's the same ingredients, but just a little bit of a different
I guess this is what we would do and what we'd show people.
I guess so, yeah. You're going to want to take some photos. You're not going to go for you're not going to go for a restaurant or anything there. Not yet. We just go for a few photos, especially at that peak, the peak of the island that's closest to Notre Dame.
Yep.
I call it the Widow's Peak.
You mean where you can look down over the...
Yeah, it's like a tree there. Yeah, you know it. Maybe pop into the cheese museum purely because I want to know what it's like.
The new cheese museum, yeah. I'm
Mm.
curious about that too.
I feel like it's just a cheese shop.
I think it's a cheese shop where they...
But you pay an entrance.
Yeah, and
so
they talk to you a little
clever.
bit more and they speak English.
Yeah.
So we're talking about the
I
new
don't
cheese,
really want to do it,
the
but I
cheese
want to hear what it's
museum
like.
on the Ile Saint-Louis, yeah.
Exactly. And from there, you're gonna want to take a bike in your loafers.
Yep.
Yeah, I think he's cool. He's still cool. He's young, fit, athletic. And you're gonna cycle up to the Jardin de Luxembourg.
How list is just the same?
Yeah, but different.
But, okay.
Yeah. Maybe via the Red Wheelbarrow bookshop.
Yeah.
If you feel like picking up a book, maybe 2, maybe 3, maybe 4. But then you want to pop into the actual gardens. You want to make sure to walk around and sample some tennis. I
think the Luxembourg Gardens is so good.
And especially that part, I feel like a lot of people just go around the pond.
Do the pond.
And that's it. But head in towards the trees.
Yep.
Go see the tennis courts. Maybe even play some chess.
Yep. They're good down there as well.
Bless you, baby.
Also go to the very back where there's orchards and beehives and stuff.
Yeah. I like that.
Although you're on a small layover, Will, I don't know if I'd be exploring too much of that.
Sure.
Lena's list is just falling apart. Was this 2 hours in here?
No, he's quick.
Okay.
He's quick.
Yep.
Don't worry, he's not messing around. Then we're gonna want to head to Brasserie Lip for lunch. Yeah.
Institution.
It is because you want to get that classic Parisian bistro. No, it's a real landmark, and you want to order some choucroute. It's like sauerkraut.
Yeah.
I think they're pretty famous for that.
I think a lot of people don't like Brasserie Lip.
Buckaroos.
It's not. It's iconic, but I think people. Yeah, it's divisive.
Yeah, but I have a little soft spot.
Yeah, I like it. It's a show that I recommend it too. Yeah,
definitely.
Better than the Café de Flore and Domingo personally.
Yeah.
I'd rather go there.
Yeah. Well, it depends what you want, but I would do a little choucroute for 25. When you have finished your lunch, he is heading in a taxi from the stand right outside, and you're heading to Montmartre.
I love that you mentioned the stand outside. It's gonna say what this time.
I feel like I've kind of been lingering a little bit,
okay,
so
taxi.
we gotta step on it now. He's heading to Montmartre.
Taxi to Montmartre, the second taxi of the day.
Yeah.
Okay, money bags.
He's not stranger to taxi. My Will. But Will is a man who means business, and he needs to see the Eiffel, and he needs to see it up close because he needs that photo proof to show the lads on the trading floor.
He's a what is he? A
Back
Wall
in
Street
New York.
guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I think.
You think he's just coming to Paris and then back again as well?
Yeah, he needs,
Yeah.
he needs a few.
Yeah.
Few
So when they're there
mementos
over their morning coffee, and they say, "What'd you do at the weekend?" He goes, "I just went to Carrette."
Yeah.
And they go, "Oh, is that a new place on the Upper East Side?"
Yeah.
He goes, "No, on the Lower Marais." Yeah. Okay. Cool.
That's
I like your guy.
him. I like him too. He's suave. But yeah, you need to see the Eiffel. So you're gonna ask the driver to go to Montmartre, but need to make a little detour to. There's a florist on Rue de Montessuie, right by the Eiffel Tower.
Yeah.
You're not gonna go up straight to the Eiffel Tower because no need.
Smart.
No need.
Yeah.
You want to see one of these cool side streets. So there's a florist called L apostrophe Hoea.
Yeah.
You know it?
Yep.
And depending on your budget, and it's October.
Hey, none of this.
Whatever
No. You're cheating. You're
flowers.
cheating. No.
You're picking up.
He's buying a flower.
He's buying a flower.
Okay.
He's asking the florist to take a photo of him in front of the Eiffel. You know.
Presumptuous. That's gonna get you in trouble, I think.
You think?
Unless you tip the florist.
Yeah, tipping the florist, tipping the taxi.
Have you included that?
The taxi meters
Yeah.
are running, by the way. You
Yeah.
know this.
Can I add,
Yeah.
in all seriousness, if you do this,
Mhm.
the other good place to do it is Rue de l'Université.
Yes.
That's a nice spot for.
Yeah.
There's lots of people taking photos there, but it's
Yeah.
another really cool. Whoa, Eiffel
Yeah.
Tower's right there, and it's
and one
not
of the
far
other
away.
photographers might help you.
Yeah.
Take a photo.
Leave the forest alone.
Go to the florist.
Okay.
Yeah, so he's got his flower in his hand.
Yep.
He's taking the flower and the taxi up to Montmartre. So he is going, he's seeing the Eiffel Tower. There's something very cool about going in a taxi, having someplace to be, like being busy, going for a meeting, and you just, zoom past the Eiffel.
The casual observation out the window.
I think that's way better than going there as a destination.
Yep.
Don't you think?
That's when
There's
you know
something
you've
cool
become Parisian.
Yeah,
When you glance
exactly.
at the Eiffel Tower
It's just
or
like,
the Notre Dame.
it's my backdrop.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
No
Well, he's
worries.
Parisian,
Don't
your
worry
guy.
about it.
Yeah.
That's cool.
So where's he going? Where's the taxi
Man of the
going?
world.
Taxi drivers.
I would say straight up to Place du Théâtre.
Yep.
The artist square, because don't mess around. He's not messing around. He has time. He has places to be. He's got a limited amount of time, and he needs to see those artists at work. So he's walking around.
Saturday afternoon, gonna be busy
Maybe.
up there.
Yeah.
You're not gonna like it, Will.
Well, I think he's.
Taxi driver's gonna struggle to get up there as well.
Okay. Yeah,
I'm
good
kidding.
point,
No,
good
he'll be
point.
right. He'll be all right.
But then you're gonna walk up to outside of the Sacré-Cœur, marble at the Holy Divinity. Then you are taking a few snaps of the view. You see all of Paris from up there.
For the lads.
Yeah,
Yep.
and lasses.
Yeah.
Then you are walking down the steps, down from Sacré-Cœur down towards, not Pigalle, but sort of. You want to head towards Pigalle at this point.
Yep.
Don't stop for one of those bracelets.
A firm
because
no to the
you're not a
bracelet
chump.
boys.
Yeah.
Yeah. That goes for everybody, not just Will.
Exactly.
The people who try and tie those cotton bracelets on your wrist, just a firm no.
Yeah.
That's all.
No need to be rude because you're often really nice.
They're friendly.
Yeah.
They chat to you.
These dudes.
No, merci.
Exactly.
Continue.
Then I kind of want my Will to have a little bit of an edge. He's still cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm taking him to the Le Mansard.
This is
Yeah.
This is Will who went to Carrette in the morning
Yes.
and then Rue de l'Université.
Yeah. He needs an edge now.
Yeah.
Yeah, he does.
This guy's got depth.
He does.
So Mansard,
Le Mansard.
that's where I went with Caroline de Maigret for a video.
Exactly.
That's
You never know
her.
who you're gonna meet.
That's her hotspot, I think.
So now you're in like the gritty Montmartre, which is not really Montmartre, it's more like Pigalle, which I think is cool. The lads would love that.
That is a cool tip. I like that.
Yeah.
Yep.
Maybe a burger and a beer.
Yep.
Like you don't need to keep it fancy. Just maybe have a little go at the pinball table.
Wow.
Have fun.
Okay, I do like your day.
Thank you.
And then so that takes us to the early evening.
Yeah, and then obviously we're finishing in the Montmartre, so that's the closest to Charles de Gaulle.
That was my logic as well.
jumping
Just
on the taxi.
in case there's
Again.
anything. Yeah. Third taxi of the day. And yours, what's the budget come to?
Good question.
Maybe.
I don't think we're worried about it.
No. $300 maybe.
What happened to the flower?
I don't know. What, the flower that he bought?
Yeah, maybe he gave it to someone at the Le Mans.
He found love.
Yeah.
Or the taxi driver.
Romantic.
Okay, that's a good itinerary. Two kind of similar, but I mean, both of us had a lot of similarities.
Yeah.
But I think that's a smart way to get your first trip to Paris done, is to just go. There's a
lot of walking.
Yeah.
Try to see different areas.
Yeah. So now what we're going to do is we're going to turn this over to the members on Patreon and Substack, and we're going to ask them to vote. There's no ties and takesies, backsies, and I like this and that.
No bribing?
No, there's no bribing either. I just want people to vote which one's best.
Yeah.
And if you're listening to this episode on Monday, the votes have happened. So let's get into those votes.
Okay.
But if you're listening to this on Patreon, now's the time to vote before we finish the episode. Now we turn to you, YouTube, and say that to hear which was the winning itinerary and to read more about it, check the links below, listen to the podcast, which actually comes out on YouTube too. But this is us experimenting with filming videos. Let us know what you think. Do you want more like this? Do you want us to continue filming the podcast episodes, or not interested at all? Did you like Lina's itinerary? Was it ridiculous? You can have a vote too. We're always interested to read your comments. And if you think these itinerary kind of episodes are fun, send in a question. Maybe we'll do it.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Yeah, maybe you need an itinerary for your elderly grandma.
Yes.
Yeah.
Maybe you do. Maybe you need one for your
niece.
Traveling with families, traveling solo. Send them in. We'll see what we can do. And I also realized, assuming we've never done one of these on YouTube before, my name's Oliver G. My wife, Lina Norden G. We've been doing this podcast for, I've been doing it for like 8 years. Lina's a regular co-host. And every week I interview someone who makes the City of Light shine. Very seldom with a 4-month-old in the background, but that's what you got to do sometimes. And the whole show is brought to you by the lovely members on Patreon, which is linked below. Baby crying, that means time to sign off. I'll be curious to see who won. Lina, thanks for playing
on
the episode. And may the best itinerary win.